Hey guys,
We're back to do another video from a pale horse named Death. Shards of Glass is the new single, and I don't want to waste any time.
Yeah.
I mean, the first single...
it's high rotation on my playlist still.
The first single knocked us out. It was a home run. It knocked us down on our bums. It took us down. I was expecting the song to be good. I was not expecting the song to be that good.
Yeah.
So second single. Now my expectations are
Pretty high.
pretty high. So let's see if this one delivers. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I love from the moment the solo came in, the guitar stayed through. Even the chorus comes in, and then there's still like, you know, little licks happening in that very specific tuning on the guitar on the solo stayed throughout the rest of the song all the way towards the end. I really like that, like really old school feel. Now, I'm going to ask you your thoughts on this song, but before I do that, I just want to mention one quick thing, which is in the previous single that they released, when we checked out the video on the channel, a lot of people mentioned, I said it was a working man's doom. That was my description of that track. Like, you know, you on the subway listening to that song kind of. But some people mentioned on the comment section that had a little bit of an Alice in Chains vibe. I feel this one has more of an Alice in Chains vibe. I just want to put that out there. I feel like this one, while the other one felt to me like was working man's doom, this one feels to me that there's a little bit of a grunge influence. So it's like grunge doom.
And then even the way this one started off was the same way the other one started
had a similar approach.
Yeah. When it feels like you're just plugging in the guitar and then going in.
I like that though.
I like it. It feels raw.
It feels raw, exactly. I like that. All right, so your thoughts on this song before I go into my tirades and charades.
I'm happy with this, man.
This album is shaping up to be.
It's shaping up to be an amazing album. Because I was really hoping they would, not, be mean to me and give me that amazing song with the exact same type of vocals and everything, and this one kind of be something different. I was really wanting it to be very similar to the other one,
while still being slightly different.
By still being different, type of it's kind of like a metalcore thing where it's the same,
but not quite.
Okay. Right? That's what I was hoping, and that's what I got, and I'm very happy with that because I love these vocals, man.
You were talking about the way it started, feeling like you just plugged in, and
yeah.
The way it ends, it also feels that same way. You just unplugged it, and that's it.
Yeah,
I just want to say that.
I love these vocals, man.
They started a little bit more. I don't even know how to describe them. They started a little bit more wide,
but they have,
and then they start to narrow down. I also like the backing vocals behind it.
Yeah, but they have this I don't know how to say it. They have this kind of like sadness in the vocals where he's like dragging on the words a little bit with his voice. And I really like
emotion.
that.
You feel the
You feel the emotion there.
Yeah,
I don't know why I went full Italian here.
I don't know why you. Well, Sal, he's Italian,
okay.
so Sal. So, anyways, I feel the same thing. I just want to go back to that thing that I said that a lot of people mention Alice in Chains on that first single. I didn't really. Maybe a little bit, but I didn't really get right off the bat that the Alice in Chains reference. This song more.
Yeah.
I felt, listen to this song. This is where my mind was going. Listen to this song. There's certain moments of the song that I felt a little bit of an Alice in Chains. There's a lot of grunge influence into how the track comes across. It still has that doom methodic vibe, but there's a little bit of a grunge vibe in there. And sometimes I felt, oh man, this part of the song, I really feel a little bit of Alice in Chains there. Some parts of the song, I felt a little bit of the Pixies in there. Some certain parts of the song, I felt a little bit of L7, which is all like bands from that same time period, right? And then there's certain parts outside of the chorus, because the chorus is very different, but outside of the chorus, a little bit of Typo Negative. Felt a little bit of Typo Negative in there. Obviously, different voice, different style, different band. But there was some Typo Negative nuances in there. There was a little bit of an aroma. Somebody walked into the room and they left a little bit of this nice perfume in the air, and there was a little bit of it in there. I love this sound because it's not just your prototypical doom sound. It's your doom sound with under layer of other stuff that's coming into it that makes that doom sound feel a little bit more rich. And not boring, and not repetitive, and not stale, and not flat. And I'm not saying that Doom is all of those things, because in my opinion, it's not. I love Doom. But for the untrained ear, sometimes Doom feels a little bit like sluggish. Like you're just like, oh fuck, nothing is happening here. That's the whole point. I mean, that's why it's called Doom.
Exactly.
It's not called party rock. You know what I'm saying? We're not listening to Steel Panther right now. So I think you have to keep things in perspective. But I felt on this track more than the first single, the palette of sounds, the palette of experiences in terms of how the song is put together is a little bit wider, because even the vocals, they start one way, but they don't stay that way all the way through. They're different in the chorus because of the backing vocals in the chorus. They make this, they give more volume, more presence, because the song musically also becomes a little bit thicker, a little bit bigger. I like that dynamic, but as I'm listening to it, I grew up in that era, where bands like the Pixies were getting started. The Nirvana only exists because of the Pixies. So bands like that, and there's no touch of Nirvana here, but I'm just saying bands that I remember listening to and from that era, like Sonic Youth, the Pixies I already mentioned, L7, Alice in Chains for sure. So I could feel some re-emerging of bands that had that sort of DNA, that they could make hooky, catchy songs, but have a lot of melancholy either in the sound or in the lyrics. Because sometimes the song musically was very upbeat, but when you read the lyrics were fucking depressing. So like, I like what they're going with this record. I like this different style of doom.
Yeah.
This out of the box doom sound. I like this because it's just it caresses you. It's so inviting. Like when you listen to that chorus, the melody that he has in his voice, sometimes it feels like he's almost like walking away from the song, and then he comes a little bit closer again. And
it also just feels like he's that whole walking thing is perfect. It just feels like he's just walking,
singing and walking,
yeah.
Yeah,
he's kind of like bobbing, kind of like weaving his head like this and singing.
Yeah, it has that introspective feel. There's an introspective feel that comes across in the song, in the way in the way it's put together musically, that transports that vibe of you kind of just looking up to the sky and alone with your thoughts kind of way. And the way you walk and your mind is wandering is kind of how the song kind of feels. I really like what they were going with this album. The first single was a home run, but this one is not short of that either. It's a great track. I really enjoyed it. Anything else you want to add?
I think
we've exhausted everything that there was to say.
And
all right.
I can't wait for the next.
Can't wait for the next. I can't wait for the record.
Oh, I'm
can't wait for that. I'm actually thinking of buying the vinyl because the splatter printing on the vinyl looks fucking phenomenal. So I almost feel like
a good investment.
I think this is one of those albums that, for as much as I don't mind you pre-ordering and getting the iTunes version of the album, I kind of want to put the vinyl on and just sit back in the sofa,
just relax,
and just sit back and just listen to it.
Perfect
I think it's one of those records.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those records. All right, guys, this is it for today. Come back tomorrow. We'll have more videos for you. See you guys.
See ya.